Imagine this. You've worked 40 years, saved every paycheck, cut back on vacations, paid off your home. And now, just as retirement begins, you're told it might not be enough. Your IRA, the account you trusted, is shrinking. Not because of bad decisions, but because the world has changed. Inflation, silent, steady. Interest rates up, the dollar down, and the safe retirement you planned for suddenly doesn't feel so safe anymore. But what if you found out there's a move few know about? One that top insiders are quietly using to protect their future. It's not risky trading. It's not gambling on the next meme coin. It's something that's already happening quietly behind the scenes. We're talking about XRP in IRA Roth IRA retirement. And in 2025, it may be the single most important year for retirement investors in decades, especially if an ETF decision changes the game overnight. You're not too late. But time is running out. For decades, retirement meant trust. Trust in your employer. Trust in your 401k. Trust in the dollar. But the truth is that trust is breaking. Retirement accounts built on stocks and bonds are no longer safe havens. They're silent traps. Inflation eats their value every year. Banks offer near zero growth, and every market crash resets what took you decades to build. Most retirees don't even realize it until they start withdrawing and see the numbers don't stretch like they used to. This is the retirement crisis nobody talks about. The media keeps you looking at headlines. But the erosion? It happens quietly, inside your IRA. And here's the hard truth. By the time you feel it, it's already too late. But not for you. Because now you're seeing what others don't. A growing movement toward XRP and IRA Roth IRA retirement is quietly gaining momentum. It's not about chasing risk. It's about escaping decay. You did everything right. Worked hard, saved more than most, paid off your debt, avoided get-rich-quick traps. You followed every rule they gave you. And yet, here you are, at the doorstep of retirement, wondering if it's enough. Every time the market dips, your heart races. Every headline about inflation feels personal. You don't want to gamble, but you can't sit still either. You're stuck in the middle. Too old to start over. Too young to give up. This is what retirement fear really looks like. Uncertainty, dressed up as stability. Your IRA looks fine on paper, but in real life, your buying power is shrinking. The cost of food, housing, and healthcare keeps climbing. And traditional financial advisors, they offer the same script. Just wait it out. But you don't have time to wait. This is the silent crisis facing millions, and it's why more are turning to XRP and IRA Roth IRA retirement as a shield. Not to replace everything, but to reclaim control. In July 2023, something happened that changed everything, but barely made the news. A U.S. judge ruled that XRP, when traded on public exchanges, is not a security. Just like that, the fog lifted. Suddenly, banks, custodians, and retirement providers had clarity. This wasn't a meme coin getting lucky. This was real legal infrastructure, opening the door to XRP and IRA Roth IRA retirement accounts for the first time ever. And guess who moved first? Not retail, not influencers, but financial giants. Itrustcapital, Alto, trusted platforms that now allow everyday Americans to hold XRP inside tax-advantaged retirement accounts. And while the public stayed distracted, insiders prepared for what's next, an XRP ETF. Bitcoin got its ETF in January 2024. Ethereum followed. And now, all eyes quietly turn to XRP. The writing is on the wall. And when that approval comes, it won't just be investors who react. It'll be pension funds, hedge funds, insurance capital, all flowing into the same door you have access to right now. The moment an XRP ETF gets approved, everything changes. We're not talking about hype. We're talking about retirement capital. Trillions of dollars sitting in pension funds, hedge funds, and institutional portfolios, all waiting for one green light. Bitcoin showed us the path. After its ETF approval, institutional inflows surged. Retirement-focused ETFs, insurance accounts, and long-term funds followed fast. XRP is next in line, but with one difference: it's faster, cheaper, and now legally clear. And once the doors open, there won't be time to wait and see. The big players, whales, will move first. They always do. They'll buy quietly, before the headlines, before the price spike, and before everyday investors even realize what happened. But right now, before the approval, before the wave, you have a window. A chance to position early, to allocate smartly, to build a real hedge inside your XRP in IRA, Roth IRA retirement account, while prices are still low and access is still simple. Because every crash before the ETF, it's not an ending, it's an entry point. Look at the data. Bitcoin IRA accounts grew over 300% in just 5 years. That's not a theory, that's audited growth, backed by real retirement accounts. Americans saw the writing on the wall and quietly moved billions into crypto-backed retirement portfolios. Now, let's zoom out. Total U.S. retirement assets? Over $37 trillion. Yes, trillion, with a T. Now imagine this. Just 1% of that flowing into XRP and Roth IRA retirement over the next few years. What happens to demand? What happens to price? This isn't speculation anymore. This is math. And it's terrifying. If you're not in early, most people will only realize the shift after the big money has moved, after the ETF, after the price jump, after it's too late. But you're not most people. You're here. You see the trend. You understand what a small move today could mean for your future. And with providers already offering XRP and IRA, Roth IRA retirement, the window to act is wide open. Until it's not. You don't need to go all in. That's the biggest myth, and the one that scares most retirees away. You've worked too hard to gamble your future, but this isn't gambling. This is about smart, calculated positioning. What if you simply allocated 5% of your IRA or Roth IRA into XRP in IRA, Roth IRA retirement? Just 5%, not 50, not even 20. A small hedge, a layer of protection, a window into the new financial system, without sacrificing the old one. That 5% could hedge against inflation, buffer you during crashes, and expose you to crypto growth without betting the farm. Think of it like insurance. But instead of paying for protection, you're positioning for potential upside. In fact, many of the smartest retirement advisors are quietly recommending this exact move. Not for hype, but for resilience. And with tax-advantaged accounts like itrustcapital or Alto, setting up XRP in IRA, Roth IRA retirement is easier than most people think. This isn't about chasing a moonshot. It's about building a safer retirement, brick by brick. Don't wait for CNN or Bloomberg to announce it. By the time they say XRP ETF approved, the smart money will already be in. The whales will already be positioned. And the price? Likely far from where it is today. This moment, right now, is your quiet window to act. Without hype, without noise, just strategy. So here's what to do. First, download the free XRP retirement guide below. It walks you through exactly how to set up XRP in IRA, Roth IRA retirement, which platforms to trust, and what mistakes to avoid. Second, subscribe to XRP Today USA right here on YouTube. You'll get retirement updates, crypto strategies, and insider timelines every week. No hype, just clarity. If you've ever said, "I wish someone would just show me the smart path," this is it. You don't need to know everything. You just need to take the next smart step. And that begins today. So what happens now? If you've watched this far, you already see the truth. The traditional retirement system is broken, and quiet moves like XRP in IRA Roth. IRA retirement could be the most important step you'll ever take. But there's more. In the next video, we're going to show you the exact timeline that smart money is watching. You'll see the 3 signals that could warn us before the next ETF approval, and how to be positioned before the crowd reacts. Because this isn't just about strategy, it's about timing. One window, one green light, one wave. You don't want to be on the wrong side of it. This isn't speculation. This isn't hype. This is the moment before everything changes. We've seen it before, right before Bitcoin's first ETF, before Ethereum's price doubled in silence. And now, all signs point to XRP. But here's the difference. This time, you know. You see it. You're early. And that gives you an edge most retirees will never have. So ask yourself, will you watch from the sidelines? Or will you be one of the few who positioned early with XRP and IRA Roth IRA retirement before the headlines, before the crowd, before the price? Retirement isn't the end. It's the transfer of power, from work to wealth, from earning to preserving. Make it count.